obviously shouldered the loss against the Knicks and came out strong. First 6 points for the team. You guys go up 14-0 as a group. How important was it to the very start come for this game?
I think it was very important for us just for standing purposes, tiebreaker purposes, and then just get back in the winning column. This team obviously is capable enough of beating us, as they showed before. But, we knew this was a very important game for us. And we just came out and played that way. Like you said, I took a lot of ownership for that game against New York, the way I played. And just want to come out, ultra aggressive tonight, knowing how important this game was. And everybody did. We was playing the right way, playing great defensively, sharing the ball offensively, playing together, and everybody was clicking on all cylinders. Kind of let it slip away in the second half. So we got to do a better job in that sense, but overall, I think we did a pretty good job.
AD, you were kicking yourself the other night, free throw line, 12 for 13 there. I saw you actually maybe not be so happy about missing the one, but how locked in were you, especially at the end of the game when you guys needed those free throws?
Very, very. Like I say, they started creeping back in. I think they got it to 13, 15, something like that. The way they can shoot the ball, with CJ and, B.I., Trey Murphy, we never want to let them get back in the game. So we did a good job, getting the bonus early and, just being aggressive, trying to make the ref, call fouls and go to the line, knock them down.
What do you think about the play of Malik Beasley tonight? He was knocking it down.
Yeah.
Been tough the last couple of games.
After shooting around today, he got a lot of threes up. And it showed, he's very hard on himself, as far as shooting the basketball. He never want to miss 2 in a row. Then he came out, on fire. Anytime he's making shots, he just open the floor up more for all our guys to get to the basket. Even when he's missing, you still got to respect him as a shooter. But when he's making, he gets very hot and, the rim gets very, big for him, and all guys able to, D'Lo, Dennis, Austin, able to attack now, knowing that they have to respect him.
What's it like to lose to the Knicks, fall to 11, wake up, and then you...
It's the Western Conference for you. It just goes back to, for me, just thinking, if I play somewhat decent in the New York game, we get a chance to win the game, where could we be? So maybe tie for 6 or something like that, I don't know. So, but, we control our own destiny. We're ninth now. I'm not sure what happened or where we are, if we move up or stay the same, but we control our own destiny. We just got to keep winning basketball games.
AD, Darvin was telling us, you're not going to be cleared for tomorrow, and I know that's out of your hands, and this decision made months ago. How do you kind of compartmentalize, not being able to be cleared for these games when these standings battles happen?
Yeah, it's tough, especially the position we're in. Obviously, one guard and play. But before I even came back, there's something the doctors and the organization discussed that they thought it would be best for me not to play back-to-backs because the foot, even though I'm not feeling pain and everything, it's still an active injury, with the stress reaction and everything. And, we're doing all the right things to make sure that I'm ready to go. And, they always say I need that day break. So, obviously it sucks. Good thing we got D'Lo back, and, our guys, I think, are more than capable enough to go out and win a basketball game. But, same situation in OKC, man. They were able to get a win. But it's tough, the position here, you want to go out and play. But, at the end of the day, with an injury, like that, you don't want it to go to the other side, so you want to stay on top of it. So I'm going to be there coaching the guys up, trying to make sure we do whatever we can to get the win against a very competitive Houston team, by the way, who just beat Boston. So going to be a big test for us tomorrow, too.
Thank you.
Quite the first half shot making and create this huge lead. But what is the message when it does seem like the NBA teams make a comeback, but you don't want to let your foot off the throat in that context? How do you message that to the team?
You just try to keep stacking possessions.
basically told them at halftime. We didn't show any film. Just kind of talked them through it. At halftime we had 19 assists, 2 great defensive quarters going into the half, just to continue to do what we need to do. Being in this building before, having a dominant first half and then coming out and falling apart in the third quarter was our experience the last time we was here. And, it's hard to play with a league of that magnitude because, they're going to push back, the momentum swings, the consistency of the whistle. It gets kind of choppy. So we just had to stay the course. Told them to stay aggressive. Let's try to win the free throw line in the second half. Play downhill as much as possible, and I think we ended up with 18 free throws in the second half, so we were able to do that. And again, just building the right habits to be able to play as much of a full 48-minute game as possible. And so, a little bit of momentum swings back and forth in that game, but we'll take it. It's hard as hell to win in this league, and where we're trying to get to, it's a big win for us.
Now that we're past the game, what's the plan for AD tomorrow?
Well, he's not going to play. He hasn't been cleared. Even though he's playing pain-free, we made an organizational decision, starting with our team doctors, to hold him out of back-to-back. So it's just one of those things where even though he's playing pain-free, it's still an active injury. So we have to monitor it, stick to the plan as we always have done, and just go out there with our other guys and try to get a W and finish the trip the right way.
I recognize that the plan was in place before this game began, but when you're up 35 and a half, is there any thought like, oh man, we could maybe just rest them, keep his minutes down?
Yeah, it definitely was a thought, but obviously, that's a hell of a ball club over there that has a lot of pride. They made their push. I can't remember the lowest. They cut into it. I think it almost got to 10 and 13, 12, 13 at one point. So, having to reinsert him into the game kind of nixed all those, any illusions of grandeur. So, but again, that was the plan, that was put in place way before he came back into the lineup.
And just one more on AD, we spoke to you about pregame and taking accountability for the Knicks loss. I think he scored his first 6 points for you guys.
Yeah.
Was making plays on both ends. How much do you think his initial thrust led to the snowball effect of how well you guys played as a team in the first half?
Oh, it was huge, man. I told him, go out there and make it happen, set the tone. And him being with Bron out, him being the ultimate tone setter, even when Bron is in uniform and in the lineup, he has to know that he has to be the one to spearhead and get us started moving in the right directions on both sides of the ball. Once tip-off occurs, he's got to know that he has to be applying pressure on both sides of the ball to the opposing team, night in and night out.
Kind of follow that. AD did to the lane. You said he would play better. Beasley did shoot the ball last 3 games. What do you think about the play of both of those guys tonight?
Again, that's why they are who they are. Everything's not going to be, smell like roses all the time. And you just have to take the good with the bad and continue to work. Continue to take the same shots, not get gun shy, not get too down and beat yourself up too much. Beautiful thing about our league that if you don't have such a good performance on a previous night, you have another chance to make up for it the following.